The Point of View is sponsored by Cowbell Coffee. Taste it, love it.
Welcome to The Point of View. This is your favorite current affairs show on television. Here on The Point of View, we get the right guests, ask them relevant questions on issues that matter to you. Every now and again, we focus on something that's important to us. Sometimes we do editorials. Today, we're doing a special feature on the Volta region. Spent this weekend touring the beautiful places in the region, and I have a special report of the sights and sounds of the region for you. I'll also be speaking to two very important people from the region on their upcoming Volta investment fair. It's happening in November. I'll be speaking to the regional minister and also the AGI president for the Volta, OT, and Eastern region. It's live. It's going to be interactive. I'll show you some nice scenes. Stay with us.
I woke up this morning.
Nothing wakes me up better than a cup of cowbell coffee. Delicious coffee aroma.
How can you forget your lines again?
I'm sorry, sir, just that it tastes really good.
Cowbell coffee.
Enjoy the delicious creamy coffee taste of 3-in-1 Cowbell coffee.
Taste it, love it. It's a beautiful day.
Waiting.
Cowbell coffee. Taste it, love it.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hello there. We know what matters today, don't we? Hurry up. Follow safety measures. Drive for hours. Grab a perfect spot. Park smoothly. And then visit another shop. And scroll for the opportunities. Tap to pay. Enjoy that extra reward. Get 10% extra cash back when you pay with Visa. How you pay matters.
Welcome back. So tonight, I have a special feature for you from the Volta region. So I was appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary with 4 of my colleagues, Kafuide, Ivy Prosper, MFA Peru, and Jifa Beho Bampo, to promote an upcoming Volta Investment Summit. It's happening, or a fair, it's happening in November. And as part of our promotional activities, we took a trip to the Volta region. We got to Sogakope on Friday and spent that day in the southern part of the region. We went to Angologa, we went to Tegbe, we went toWe. Then we slept and woke up and went to other parts of the region. Went to Joje, went through Adaklu, ended up at Ho. And on the third day, the team went to Amejope, ended up at the Waterfalls. So it was experiencing the region in just 3 days. So what I'm going to do tonight is twofold. I'm going to show you some of the things we did and some of the things we saw. I'm going to speak to 2 people who are very key, but let me just show you what I have here. So we're in the boat with the red top. It wasn't a race, but this was around 2 o'clock on Friday, just enjoying the Sogakope Beach Resort. So one of the things you can do in the Volta region is to get to Sogakope, which I call the spa town. Very beautiful scenery. Not too far from Sogakope is Adan. So the Volta Lake gets closer to the sea, and we're told that there's a male season and a female season. It was a really exhilarating experience, something fun you can do in the region. And there are many, many resources there. Now, this in your shot is Amejope, the highest human settlement in Ghana. The people who live here, nobody lives higher than them. The air is rarefied, beautiful place. Those are some aerial shots from Amejope. The team went to Amejope on the Sunday. So you see how the town is nicely ensconced in the hills. When they finished, they drove all the way to the Hohwe area to the very beautiful Waterfalls, which is a must-see for all tourists. But this is Amejope town. Look at the greenery. Look at the lush greenery. This is the Waterfalls, which takes its source from all the way from Togo, actually. So this is, if you like, Peter Mewu territory. Very, very high waterfall. Takes its source from the Agomache River in Togo. The scenes were just breathtaking. Now, this is a drone shot from the place. And of course, it was a 45-minute walk from the bottom to where the waterfall actually can be seen. But trust me, this is worth all the coffee in Brazil. In parts of these areas as well, coffee is grown. The weather is good. Many parts of the Volta region remind me of Kenya. Now, this is a rice farm owned by Mr. Senyo Hosi. It's in Adaklu area. And I know you are watching Hans Agboja. I asked him why there were so many ramps on the whole to Adaklu Road. He says because post speed. But this is a very beautiful scene of a rice farm that Mr. Hosi runs. It's called HGL. It works with many outgrowers. That's some of the rice they produce there. I'll later on show you the largest potato exporter in West Africa. I went to his farm with a team, and this is in Georgia, not too far from Tajevu. So we'll show you that. But this is more shots from our fun activities. We did other things in Keta as well. We visited Fort Prinsenstein. We went to the Cape St. Paul in Way. So many things to do. All right, this is just part of it. Before I do what else I have in studio the Volta OT and Eastern Regional President of the AGI, under whose auspices we went for the trip. He is called Dela Gajanku. Dela, great to have you. Good evening.
Good evening, Bernard.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Fantastic. I'm so happy. I wish I was still in the region. I didn't want to come back, but I had to come.
We got back this morning around 1 a.m.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But thank you. You're doing a great job. I also have the Volta Regional Minister, Archibald Lecha. He's joining us via Zoom from the regional capital. Good evening, Honorable Minister.
Good evening, Bernard, and good evening to Dela and all your viewers.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Great. I want to show viewers more of the scenes from the region before I come to you. So I just want you to relax and enjoy what I'm going to show. We'll let the pictures do more of the talking. So we went when we got to Sogakope, and after we did all the fun things, we drove into the southern part of Volta region, right? So you go through Dabala, you enter Angologan, and then the towns keep following. We settled at a place called Tegbi, beautiful place called Early Beach Resort. Then our first port of call was quite a sober experience, a place called Fort Prinsenstein. Half of the port has been taken away by erosion. There was a sea defense there. Now, because of the harrowing things we were told, I wasn't in a very good mood, but I still managed to give an interview after my experience. My colleagues Jifa and MFA also spoke after various parts of the trip. But I'm going to show you what I felt after going through the port. There were two very eloquent narrators who reenacted the whole thing. It was really sad just listening to them talking about how we treated our ancestors and how they were put in ships and sent away. But I like to show you this fort because it's one of many ports in Ghana, but the only fort on the eastern side. Most of them are from Accra going to the western region. And we learned that about 68 forts in Africa, over 50 are in Ghana alone. So Ghana has lots of forts. Let's take you to my views when I got to Port Prinsenstein. My name is Bernard Avile, and we are here at Port Prinsenstein at Keta, part of the Visit Volta promotion. It's been a good trip so far, just that I'm in a very sad place because this is not a place, you know, when you think about all that human beings have done, it's just terrible, right? And to think that this is just one of two on the eastern part of the country is in disrepair. For me, I think that the whole issue is about memories, so we will not repeat the mistakes. But it's been a good trip. We started from Sogakope, had a nice trip. This is the nicest region in the country. It's the longest region. It has the most culture, the most flora and fauna, and also a lot of history. We're in Keta, a very ancient town. You can see immediately how important Keta was. The straight lines, and the people are very welcoming as well. Some very dark stories. I mean, I've been to some of the slave forts at the western part of Ghana, but this is a different experience because this served all the way from Nigeria, Badagry, all the way Benin and Togo. So, and I'm Ewe, right? So a lot of our people went through this place. And some of the stories are very difficult, but we need to understand where we've come from. This is not the only part of tourism. There are different aspects, right? There are nicer issues. But history is like that. It's very human, it's very conflictual, but it can also be very depressing. But the more important thing is that we need to visit our country. We need to celebrate what we have, because there are lots of people whose lives depend on this economy. There are businesses around, and it's not just the ruins. We need to do museums, movies, reenactments, culture, music, and things. So this is a small thing the Volta Regional Coordinating Council has started, Ghana Tourism Authority, the AGI, and we are supporting myself, Kafuide, Jifa Bampo, MFA. We want to use the power of our influence to invite you to visit the Volta region. There are so many beautiful places and things to learn. Bring the kids, let them know where we've come from. Let them come and speak their language. Our young people are not getting work to do. So we have a lot of work to do. So we are using our influence on radio and TV to push this agenda. And there's a huge fair happening in November. We're going to support investment in the community, bring business to Volta region. Not because we just want Volta alone. We can bring other people. This used to be the capital of the Volta region. It was a very important port. We can get back that glory. Yes, the water is eating away at some of the buildings. But trust me, in terms of riches, in terms of significance, in terms of importance, this region has produced some of the best people Ghana has ever seen. And so we are proud of the region, and we'll do our best to support it. A lot of people will say to me, oh, you Ewes, you like study, you like book, you are good, you are honest people, you are very good craftsmen. It's because of the way we are trained. It's because of the way we are brought up, irrespective of our religion. There's a certain thing that unites Ewes, which is now Ghanaian as well. So we are just saying, let's celebrate Ghana, let's eat Ghana. You can't expect people to bring their dollars here when you don't spend your cedis here. You can't expect people to value your language when you don't value your own language, or people to come and see what you have when you don't value it. So it's our responsibility. We have to bring our families here. It's a nice place. Look, when we got here, people are just talking to us. It's a real good experience. So sorry I'm not in a great mood because I'm here. This is not a good place, but it's part of the story, right? We're going to more exciting places tomorrow, and we'll get to the Afajato and all those nice places. But it's also important to remember what has happened, so we'll never repeat it. So thank you for being part of this tour, this video. More exciting things are happening. My name is Bernard Avele. Thank you for watching.
My name is Jifa Bampo. I'm the head of news for 3FM and TV3. I work with Media General, and I've been listening to the guide who's been telling us about the history behind the Atoko slave market. And very interesting to see the mural. And the mural tells a story from the beginning to the end about how we were living our lives, and how later on the Europeans came, and how they bought into our environment, how they gained the trust of our traditional rulers and our people, and how through that they took advantage of the environment in order to procure slaves, and by so doing enslaved many of our people whom were taken across the Atlantic. It's really, really moving, and to even see the sculptures really just tells a story. I think one of the things we need to do is to preserve places such as this, so that when people go and come, they can continue to hear the story of the slave trade, how it started, and how our people were enslaved and taken away, and how they've demonstrated resilience since that time. So for me, I mean, even the name of Atoko, we are being told that it means, it's an Akan variation, which means Eto Ako, which is very interesting, because in Volta land, who would have thought that a name that has some historic connection to Akans would then be the name of a town here. So I think it's been very interesting, a great eye-opener. And in terms of preservation, I think in terms of next steps, those are the things that we need to do in order to preserve the history, so we can pass the information down.
We are currently at the Maflix Trust Farm. We are currently at the Maflix Trust Farm here in Juje, Tajavu, we are told. Well, behind me you can see the greenhouses. I've counted them, it's 7 by 3 of them. It's just one of the farms that we're visiting as part of our Volta Fair. You can see, you've told you that our Volta Fair is made up of 3 main themes. It will be on agribusiness, tourism, and then of course IT. Well, you can see, I'm sure that later on you get to see all the videos from this place. A very wonderful place, beautiful irrigation, a number of crops. We've seen the beautiful potatoes, the okra, amongst others. This is one of the main reasons why you need to be part of the Volta Fair. So you exhibit and then you can attract investors as well for your business. This is just one of them. You need to be part of the Volta Fair as part of also Visit Volta and Experience Ghana. We are mechanizing agriculture. We are doing it the right way right here in the Volta region. Be part of it as well.
So that was a quick excerpt of what we did. I'll go back to that farm because I put on Wellington boots and did a tour of the farm. It's just incredible. I mean, 400 hectares. I mean, you can start walking today and reach the end of the farm tomorrow. Big farm. I'll speak to the young man who's running the farm. But let's come to Honorable Minister. So, Honorable Minister, great to have you again. So you are pushing three things: tourism, agribusiness, and obviously ICT. What can you say about the tourism potential of the region, and how important is that to your investment drive, Honorable Letcher?
Thank you very much, Bernard, and once again, good evening to our listeners. I must say that I'm quite excited to have had you in the region over the weekend. And this whole thing started when we took office in January 2017. And we decided to organize a fair. And in 2019, we had a very wonderful Volta Trade, Cultural and Investment Fair, which was highly successful. In 2020, unfortunately, because of the COVID, we could not hold a fair. And this year, 2021, we're going to have a fair in November from I think 15th to 28th of November. And we are concentrating on those three areas because our interest is to bring in investors and also to create jobs for our teeming youth and to improve the economy of our region and, for that matter, Ghana. So our people are engaged in agriculture. We have vast lands and we have water bodies, and we can leverage on our potential in agriculture. And so one of the very important themes that we have is based on agribusiness, because we have business people who are also into processing, and we want more investments in that area. ICT, we know, is driving everything in the world now, and therefore it's very, very important. And then we also have tourism. You talk about tourism. You were here at the weekend to experience a few of the tourism sites that we have. We have many of them. We have crocodile ponds. We have many waterfalls. And right now we're having our first canopy walkway in Amejope. And somebody called me this morning expressing interest in coming to put up a canopy walkway around the Afajato, Tagbo Hills area. And we have a lot of potentials. The Tafi Atome Mountain Sanctuary, the Snake Village, and now we have two crocodile ponds. The Vedakwa crocodile pond and some others. So we also have a huge potential for river transport and tourism along the Volta and also along the Volta River. I saw you cruising on the Volta River at Sogakope. We have huge potential, and
all right,
we can only get people from Ghana, within Ghana, outside Ghana, to come to the Volta region, visit Volta, and experience Ghana.
So while your tourism potential is without question, your business credentials can be questioned, because I was checking for how many 1D, 1F companies were open in the region, and I found only about 4 or 5. I saw some Volta Star something, textile something. I saw some forest products, something, Volta Forest Products, wood processing.
Yeah, that's in what way?
Some seed agriculture, something in Ho, and then Caltech Ventures. They do cassava ethanol. Those are the only 4 I found. I mean, that's pretty atrocious. In your 5th year of 1D1F, you have 22 districts, and I can only see 4 1D1F factories. I mean, that is completely terrible. What's going on there?
Bernard, that is why it is important. This fight is very, very important. Because, the 1D1F is private sector driven. And the government provides the enabling environment and the necessary support for 1D1F to take up. So we are inviting people. We are inviting people who come from the Volta region. We are inviting Ghanaians from other regions, Ghanaians at home, Ghanaians in the diaspora, to come and invest. The potential is there. But we need people, we need business people who be attracted to our region to come and start these factories with the support of government. So that is why you were here. That's why you are our brand ambassador to go out there and solicit potential investors to come and open these factories, so that if we have 18 factories, 1D1F in Volta region, that would be excellent. Then we say one big one factory. Now we have only 4. There are a lot others in the pipeline, but they need a support, they need partners. And that is the essence of the fair we are going to have in November.
Great, I'll come back to you. So AGI for Eastern, OT, and Volta, and the list I found was only 4. And I think Volta region has 18 districts, if not more. I mean, that's for AGI. So you are chairman of 4 new companies. Of course, there are more companies, but I mean, that's so bad. What's going on?
Good evening to your viewers.
Yeah.
Thank you once again for having me on this show. It is important to stress, as the minister said, that for investment decisions to be made, investors go to areas which they are comfortable with. Therefore, if there is, let's say, power, if there is a good road network, if there's an enabling environment in general, it will naturally drive investors there. The companies you mentioned, I'm aware that some of them are not new. Some are existing.
Okay.
If you talk about Caltech, for instance, during the pandemic, I think it was the largest producer of ethanol in West Africa for Casapreco to do the sanitizers. If you talk about Volta Forest Product, it's a sawmill factory. I cannot recall the others you mentioned.
I mentioned Volta Star Textiles,
Yes.
Norton,
No,
and then they did yarn,
Yeah.
and then MMB Seed and Agriculture,
Yes.
Volta Seed Multiplication.
Yeah. So basically, the challenge is how we will be able to drive investment to the region, and also to encourage the citizens. You see, for us to be able to convince foreigners to come to our region to invest, they might want to see how we are treating our own citizens. Therefore, there is a need for us to work together to drive investment there. Yes, you mentioned that I'm in charge of Eastern, OT, and Volta. I go to Eastern region, and out of about every 5 company, 1 is owned by a Voltarian.
Even in the Eastern region?
Yes.
So they set up companies outside the region?
Outside the region. Which is why when I learnt and saw a budding young entrepreneur like Senor Hosi put up a rice mill, I thought it's wise, or I saw the need for us to be able to support him to grow his business, because if we are able to grow Senor Hosi's business, or help him facilitate for the growth of his business, ultimately it will lead to other companies coming into the region to invest. It will surprise you to note that about the top 5 industries in the region are owned by foreigners.
Seriously?
Yes.
So it's a lot of non-indigens with businesses there.
Exactly.
So a lot of Voltarians don't set up in their own region.
Yes.
They rather set up elsewhere.
Yes.
That's an interesting thought. I'll take a short break. When I come back, I'll show you a few more things. So I visited a farm, the largest exporter of sweet potatoes in West Africa. We'll show you what we found there. And then you'll see me do Agbaja and Bobobo as well, as we also try to Shijama. It was all part of the trip. This is the point of view. Tonight is a special report. I have the minister still with me. I have the AGI president for 3 regions in studio. Stay with us.
Good Day Energy Drink keeps you going. Available in major supermarkets and shops near you. Excessive drinking can be detrimental to your health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advert is FDA approved.
Mama Chelsea. Fe.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Chocolate Toothpaste. Sankofa.
Yenchi. Kel Chocolate Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Whatever the occasion, with ATL, you can never be out of style. ATL, bringing fabric to life.
So we are here in the Ketu North District between Joje and Tajevu to see the largest potato plantation supposedly in the country. It's been a great journey from Keta to Ketu North. We came through Beta, Ehi, and now we are in Joje. As you know, I'm from Joje, and Tajevu is not too far. So we're going to get inside and see what they have for us. It's been a great day so far, lots of culture. Now we're going to the business part of the trip to find out what investment can do and how it's going to be linked to the job creation, value chain development, essentially bottom-up approach to business. So G5 is here, MFI is here, Dela is also here. It's been a very, very busy day of rides. It's good to see you guys. How are you guys doing?
Not bad. Looking forward.
Dela, where are we? Talk to me.
We are in Tajevu.
Yes, Tajevu and Joje, yes, same area, Ketu North.
And the premises of Maflix Trust Farm.
Okay. Owned by who?
Owned by Mr. Kamasa.
Mr. Kamasa.
Who is the CEO.
Mr. Kamasa.
Very hardworking young man.
Are you serious?
Great vision, ambitious. He will take you.
Watch this place.
Kamasaka, what's your first name? Felix.
Felix Mauli Kamasa.
Felix Mauli Kamasa.
Yeah,
you are the
this
CEO.
is sweet potato washer.
Sweet potato washer.
We are going to build the biggest pack house in West Africa.
Biggest pack house in West Africa.
Amazing.
So the pack house will look like this with a lab. We operate like a blue sky.
Fantastic.
From here straight to airport to harbor. So those are the pack house in the container. So we start clearing the place. So this is our small office.
How long have you been doing this?
11 years now.
Wow. So what are those things?
Those are greenhouses. We go there. Okay. We have some of the common. Those are the open field. Those are my elbow.
I go na Milo. Miawele Doji.
It's good to see more women.
Miawezo.
More women.
Wow.
These are sweet potato, orange fresh sweet potato.
Anagote.
Yes, anagote.
Anagote.
Yes, this is the orange fresh sweet potato. Have the highest vitamin A.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Can we chew it raw?
Oh, you can chew it raw.
It tastes aqua. I even thought it's nice.
So that's Turia, is Asian vegetable. That's okra. And these big ones are what?
Won't you do okra soup for us right now to see what we can do?
Oh, yes.
What is the... Give us a sense of where we are. What's the size of the place?
You are in the Maflis Trust Farm. Maflis Trust Farm, we mainly produce sweet potato, mostly vegetable, okra, and we have about 38 greenhouses. We started a greenhouse this year. We start producing tomatoes, turia, marrow, tinder, and we are multiplying some vine. We normally import our vine from Germany and South Africa to get the first grade because we work with outgrowers. We have about 600 outgrowers. They produce 600 outgrowers. We are their off-takers. So we have 6 tractors, the tractor plow for them, do the ridges, we cut the vine from them, then we buy the produce from them without the cost. So we have outgrowers across the attachment area up to the different districts around Sope, Sogakope, Shofi.
So you do potatoes, you do okra. Just give us a sense of what else you do.
We do potato, okra, turia, tinder, cassava. We fortify the potato with the cassava with the sweet potato gari because the sweet potato have the high vitamin A. So those are the things we want to do. We have market in Europe. We export. We are largest vegetable exporter from Ghana and largest sweet potato producer.
You are the largest vegetable exporter in Ghana.
Exporter in Ghana. Yeah.
What kind of vegetable?
Okra, sweet potato. Okra, I developed the market during the COVID. The demand was so high.
Which countries?
Germany, UK, mostly UK and Germany.
You do use as a raw material?
The raw material. Yeah, we even have market up to Tesco market, but Tesco you have to have pack house with the chain with the lab. That's why we're able to get the pack house. It's going to be the biggest pack house in the West Africa. We clear the container about 3 weeks ago.
So you are talking blue skies type of business?
Yes. So the idea is that packing from here straight to the harbor, straight to the airport with tracking.
Amazing.
So they are not going to do scanning from the usual practice we are doing now at the airport. We are not going to do that. We'll do everything because we have an office for custom, PPRS, yes, everything here. The pack house have a lab where after that you pack, you have to get your certification attached to it so that to meet the European standard. And we are Global Gap certified in terms of sweet potato and vegetable. We are the Global Gap certified in terms of vegetable.
Before we go to the farm, we are also interested in knowing how connected a business like this is to the local community. So I'm happy I saw our people. Mielia, I think I'm here too. Very good. We are always happy when large businesses don't just come, exploit and go, but work with the locals. So give me a sense. You mentioned 600 outgrowers. Tell me how the business works with the people on the ground.
I'll be glad. You don't have time, like you visit some of the outgrowers, you hear their testimony. Because some of them, through me, some even teaching private schools, they stop the teaching, working with me closely. Some of the community I'm working with, where some of the women came from, I even build a toilet for them. And then about 6 community, I even build a borehole. And then one cheap compound is around the Tokbo, because the land go to the other side. They are here to inaugurate it with the assembly. I build a borehole for them. So the community, we work closely because I'm also from the community area, so I want them also to benefit.
So where are you from?
My part from Keta and Georgia.
Amazing.
But my wife from this town is from Georgia. She through her, I even identified the place.
Amazing.
So we work closely.
So how important is this to your business model, using local people in the community?
I would say it's great because most of them know what we are doing. You know, farming is a dynamic area. You have to understand, especially vegetable. Vegetable is not like mango or other crops. They are like a baby. So all the time you have to get them. If they want to breastfeed, they know it, but just they don't transform it in a book form or all those things. I would say most of the community I'm working, they are professors. They understand the dynamic of the vegetable farming. But just they don't keep record, they don't identify the kind of chemical. They just use the chemical, but if you guide them, they will follow the protocol.
So we are here because we are promoting investment into the Volta region, tourism, agribusiness, and of course ICT. Now this is agribusiness. What are some of the challenges you face? Because we are going to also report back to national networks. Some of this is international. 100,000 people are watching us on YouTube. Somebody watching wanting to say, look, I want to come and start a plantation in the Volta region. Be realistic and tell us some of the challenges you're facing that need to be addressed at the district, regional, and national level so that such investments will not be wasted.
Farming is capital intensive. Even identify the land alone is issue. After that, to the kind of commercial farming you want to do, you have to do a mechanization farm. Is one of the key. You know, the climate has changed these days. Fertilizer is one of the issue. You know, recently we are having issue of fertilizer issue because you are giving food to the plant, so it requires the fertilizer at the right time. So if you fail that time, even the same like to water. So to me, farming is good. It's more than putting your money in a treasure bill, but it depends how you do it. That's the only thing, because all those things you are seeing here is coming from the ground. You put one maize in the soil or one potato plant, you harvest about 7 potatoes. Then what do you need again? But it depends how we do it. It's a capital intensive. If you have the capital, I don't think it will be a problem. So it's a great area where I encourage the most of the youth, become youth to 11 years in this. I know.
What's your background, by the way?
I'm an economist and statistics. I do accounting.
You left it.
Yes, I'm a banker. I work at UT for some time before I left them. So this side, this is why we want to put the extraordinary pack house. It's a big challenge. Even before we even clear the container, it's not easy.
So a pack house is where, when you harvest, you have the right temperature to store.
Exactly.
So the trucks come for it. So that was Felix Kamasa talking to me on his farm, Maflix Trust. This is near Georgia. Incredible stuff there. You know this guy personally, don't you?
Yes.
How long has he been doing this?
I can't say, but I met him last year when we brought the Kenyan High Commissioner to the region, the first resident Kenyan High Commissioner to the region. And also before that, we have an Obasma project under the AGI Food Fortification Program. And we supported his company with training his workers and the outgoers for about a month. And that was when my colleagues from the head office informed me about him. So during the visit of the High Commissioner, we went and we were impressed. I like his energy, I like his drive, and I can assure him that the AGI will stop at nothing to support him to succeed. We were there. He told you that currently he has about 46 workers. And then if he builds the pack house, he will employ about 150 and increase the number of outgrowers. And these are jobs for the people. That is what essentially we want to do.
So AGI sort of enables with some of the business support.
Exactly.
Let me ask the minister, Honourable Minister, if you are still there, how come you have West Africa's largest exporter of sweet potatoes and we've never heard of them until this weekend?
Thank you very much, Bernard. There are a lot of wonderful things happening around. During the 2019 fair, in who I was amazed as to the kind of things happening in the Volta region that many of us were not aware of. So that is the reason why this event will be annual, so that we can expose to the outside world the good things that are happening, so that we can also encourage others to come on board. So that is the whole purpose of the fair. And that's the Volta Trade and Investment Fair, which will be 15th to 28th November. And I will want to invite everybody to come. And there are a lot of things. In 2019, I was amazed as to the number of women who were processing various agricultural products in the region. Many of them were exporting, but unfortunately, they only need some support to expand. And when we showcase them during the fair, there are a lot of investors who come from outside Ghana who are willing to support some of them. And that's why we want to raise it to another level this year.
Okay.
And
couple of questions, Minister. So to do the kind of thing he's doing, or the kind of thing the farmers do, you need a lot of land. What is the assurance from ministry that if people with money want to do large-scale plantations, land tenure will not be a problem? Number two, he generates his own power on the farm. All right? Now, this scale of business, he's generating his own power. In fact, he built his own dam. All right? So we're talking about land tenure, power, and then irrigation. What's your assurance on land tenure, and what can you say about availability of power for businesses of this size that you want to attract?
Yes, I can, Bernard. I'll give all the assurance that we would do our best to create an enabling environment. We know power is important, and we know water supply is also important. We know the road network is important, and we're working towards all those things. We have some industries who have problem with power because they are quite far away from the national grid. But we're doing everything possible to support them, and we promise to do that.
Somebody gave me cashew wine during one of the programs, and then somebody also gave me wine made from, is it chocolate?
Cocoa.
What is this?
These are wine products made in Ho by a professor at the Ho Technical University, Volta Winery. And it's made from cashew, cocoa, and coffee. I didn't bring
cashew, cocoa, and coffee.
Yes.
Developed by a professor of Hope Technical University.
Dr. Harrison. I don't know the first name.
So the winery is in the region.
Yes, we didn't have enough time. It was scheduled to have been included in the program, but.
And this is proper wine.
Yes, proper wine.
What percentage alcohol?
I can tell you that I don't have his permission, but since the High Commissioner, ever since he visited, consumed this is the only wine he serves at home when he has guests.
Are you serious?
Yes, I've been there twice.
Can I have a closer look at it?
Only Volta wine served in his house, and he has made a declaration. This will be the wine he will be serving to his guests.
But cashew is not growing in the Volta region, or is it?
We have some parts of the Volta region.
Because there's a lot.
We have a young man, Ernest Danso of Effidan Farms.
He has cashew farm.
Yes, so he's working closely with Mr. Harrison, providing him with the raw materials, and we are looking at improving the packaging.
How does this compare to? I see Voradep Village. Yes. Is Voradep still there? It used to be my football team.
Yeah, Voradep.
But I've switched to Haas now because there's no team again. But they've written Voradep Village. Is that a place?
Yes, Voradep Village. Volta Development Corporation, I think.
Oh,
in the 80s.
Okay.
They built houses for the workers.
So this is where he produces the wine.
Yes. It's not a big place. It's a small place. He's looking at assessing affordable credit to enable him expand and to export within the
What else in the region will surprise people? What other things? This is quite surprising, quite interesting. Yeah, what else are people doing in the region that we need to know about from the industrial perspective?
We talk about Ziavi Tutui coffee.
Okay, you have coffee as well?
Yes.
Grown in the region?
Unique to the people with a special production method unique to the people of Ziavi. Ziavi is just about 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers.
This is coffee you brew.
Yes.
So this is coffee that you
made in Volta.
Okay, so this is the one that coffee drinkers can mix with water.
Exactly.
And Ziavi Tutui.
Yes.
Sounds like Ni Tutui, Jimmy Christ's name. Can I open it?
Yes, feel free.
Wow, strong. This is also done in the Volta region.
Now it's on the shelves, major shelves in Accra, Kumasi, and he's also looking at expanding to export.
Amazing stuff. Yeah. So there's coffee, there's wine, and stuff like this.
I'll mention Senyor's rice.
There's rice.
I couldn't. I was looking for a sample to bring.
Okay.
Senyor's rice. There's a lot of
HGL.
Yes, HGL. A lot of rice mills in
the Volta region.
Yeah, the Volta region has the largest concentration of rice mills in the country.
Really?
I'm sure. Minister can.
Minister, is it true? Do you have the largest concentration of rice mills in the country? Is this correct?
No, we produce a lot of rice in the Volta region. And we have mills in Ajidome, we have mills in, the former Volta region included Akpafu and so on, Vikwe, where there are a lot of rice farms in Kwasa area, in the Volta region. So we produce a lot of rice, Afajato, Hokwe, Adakulu. There's almost rice is even cultivated around Ho. When you go to around Ho airport, you can see a rice farms there. So rice can be cultivated in many of our districts in the Volta region, and we want to invite people to come.
But how competitive and how better is your rice than the rice from, say, the Fumbisi Rice Valley or parts of the Ejura, where I know they also do rice. So all of them do rice, right? So if you say Volta has rice, is it the location? Is it the water? What is your competitive advantage? Do you know?
No, what I know is that rice is about the best. The quality.
The quality?
Yeah, the quality, the taste.
Really?
Yes.
How can we know? Will you do a rice competition between us and the rice from Sandema and the rice from Ejura so we can taste and know?
Maybe during the fair we can arrange to organize a competition with the Volta rice versus rice from other parts of Ghana.
I think we also have a full.
And on taste and texture, you will win.
I believe so.
I see. Very interesting. So, are you getting any support from other ministries? The region is not very big now. What interest are your colleague ministers showing? Are you getting any clue that they're going to come to support you to make this a big event?
Yes, Bernard. Last year we had support from the Minister of Trade and Industry. One of the deputy ministers was with us throughout. We had support from the Minister of Agriculture. We had support from the Minister of Tourism, Culture, and Creative Arts. And we want we are expecting the Vice President to be at the opening ceremony. And if possible, the President will be here for the closing ceremony. So we're going to make it big, and we are expecting exhibitors from all over the world. Many of the high commissions and the embassies in Accra, we are in contact with many of them. They visited us. We had visitors from Kenya, even a parliamentary delegation from Kenya visited in our region. Indian High Commission, British. We have the diplomats coming to visit us because, as you have come to experience, we have very beautiful landscape, and we have ecotourism is a very attractive area in our region. The mountains, the valleys, the vegetation, the animals,
the antelopes, the bats, all those things. Okay, I'll take another break.
Antelopes, yes.
The bats,
antelopes and the grass cutters.
This is the point of view. We'll come back and show you a few more things. So apart from the things we did, I also led a song. I led 3 Agbaja songs and also danced some bobobo. We sang some phobia songs at a place called Point and Kill. I will show you what Point and Kill is. It's a very wild place. You point and kill things. We'll be back. This is still the point of view. Don't go away.
It's a good day to meet every challenge. It's a good day to want more out of life. It's a good day to wish for it, work for it, go get it. Familiar taste, a delicious indulgent with a flavor you just can't hide. Refreshing energy, gives so much for so little. For a strong performance, you've come to the right place. Good Day Energy Drink. Why wait a minute to enjoy a good day when every second counts? Good Day Energy Drink keeps you going.
Excessive drinking can be detrimental to your health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
You've done the hard work, the analysis, the selection. It's all going according to plan. Until City misses City, and you miss your multi-bet by one. Miss your multi-bet by one, and we will return up to 20 times your stake. We've got your back, even when City don't.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years.
Be quiet and don't be silly. We are the famous Aswapo. We never say Arrows. Be quiet and don't be silly. We are the famous Aswapo. We never say that.
One more time.
Arrows.
I want the bass.
Be quiet and don't be silly. We are the famous Aswapo. We never say that.
It's okay.
I'll come to the next Oziana, Let's go back.
That image was one of only 2 fully steel lighthouses in the world, and the one is in Way at St. Paul's, or is it Cape St. Paul? I think the name is. The other is in North America. Earlier on, you saw us singing House of Folk songs. You don't have a team in the league. Mr. Minister, I'm supporting House of Folk. There's no Volta team in the league now, so I'm a Phobian now. You have to correct that. What are you doing to change that?
Yeah, we'll do. I think the Volta Regional Football Association is doing a lot to revive our teams in the region. We have Wafa based in Sokakope, but the efforts are being made to strengthen the Division 1 teams to make sure one of them gets promotion to the Premier League. Gone with, when we were young, the Mighty Eagles, Whole Sunset, then we had Voradem.
Vora.
Yes, Vora.
Yeah,
we had those teams in the past. Efforts have been made by the Regional Football Association to revive football in the region, and we're hoping that it will not be long. We'll have a Premier League team based in the regional capital of Wo.
I see. But for now, you can be with Phobia. Phobia is a good team. I support Phobia. It's a nice team.
I see.
Oh, you say anything? I thought I'll bring you a jersey when I come next week.
Okay, I'll expect the jersey. But when Voradep went out of the Premier League, I was actually supporting Acotex.
From where?
You remember Acotex? Acosobo Texas.
Now they're also down.
Yeah, they're also down. So, Pando House of Lions.
So it looks like all the teams you support go down. So it's okay, don't come to us. Because Voradep went down, Acotex went down, Pando has gone down. So it's okay, you stay there. If you come to us, you also go down. So you stay. All right, thank you. Let me end with Dela. So what's your closing comments? The football thing should worry you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that ministers' efforts are being made to bring up new football teams. And I can assure him that as industry, we are ready to support it because we believe we can build our economy, even around sports or football, and use football to rally the people and to bring development. Before I come to my concluding remarks or comments, let me point out that Volta Region produces 44% of all the rice.
44% of Ghana's local rice.
We have an advantage of an all-year-round cropping season compared to the north.
So almost half of Ghana's local rice.
That's why the investors are coming. Next month we have another foreign investor, Indian investor. We're trying to encourage him to partner local investors to be able to boost the rice production sector. And let me also tell Minister or our viewers that in order to build the Ghana Beyond Aid, or we cannot build the Ghana Beyond Aid unless we build a Volta Region Beyond Aid. The Volta Region should be able to boost its own economic potentials. You and your colleagues, prominent media citizens, Jifar, Ivy, Agbema Biase, and MFA, are the first batch of brand ambassadors we have as prominent media citizens. The next phase is to have young entrepreneurs from the region. We want to bring them, to encourage them to invest in the region. We are talking about horseman shoes, we are talking about Kafui Aja, we are talking about caveman watches, we are talking about Kwame Sowu, Senyo Hosi. Look at the massive investment.
I'm wearing a caveman watch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we want the next batch of ambassadors that we are going to appoint and bring to the region to encourage them and to sell the region to them as a preferred tourism destination. We are close to the port and close to Africa's largest or most populous nation, Nigeria. And the fair, as Minister indicated, will attract exhibitors from many West African countries. We are talking about the African Continental Free Trade.
So that's November 15 to 23.
Exactly.
Okay.
May I end by thanking you and your colleagues for finding time to come to the region, tour with us. You did well, and from morning, since your morning show program, my phone has been buzzing. I couldn't even sleep. We came back around 1 a.m.
And your phone has been ringing?
Yes, and we are grateful to GCB, MTN, who are supporting the fair. We are also grateful to Sugar Copper Beach Resort, Early Beach Resort, Point and Kill.
Point and Kill.
Point and Kill.
Love it.
And Advert Tower.
Fantastic.
We have lined up some activities. We'll have a national launch in August. We'll have a Volta food fair.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Dela, thank you. Dela Gatanku is the AGI president for Volta, OT, and Eastern Region. Honorable Dr. Lecha is the Volta regional minister. He's a big man, Archibald Yao Lecha. And thank you for being on the show, sir. My name is Bernard Avle. And as they say, visit Volta, experience Ghana. And on behalf of myself and all the team here at City FM, of course, have a great night. The business dashboard is next. Stay with City TV. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Let's go back.
The Point of View is sponsored by Cowbell Coffee. Taste it, love it.